Hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. I think winter's here finally, although we didn't have much of a summer, but it's freezing cold here today. Runners last week, had a couple of first starters go around, a horse called Cool World. He had his first start and was only beaten a short half head by a neck. It was very close. He actually jumped out. It was probably a little bit fresh for having his first start, went a little bit solid and took on the leader a long way out and was left a bit vulnerable late, and he still went really well. Probably just bring him back to 1100 metres next Friday at Geelong, and he'll be more than competitive there. But horse pulled up good and going to train on well, so he looks like a horse certainly worthwhile following. A filly called Inyanga, I really like her. She's got a big future, I think, but she jumped out the barriers, and she'd never done it in her trials at all, but jumped out and went left, and just she drew barrier one, and just as soon as she came out of the gate, she went left and smashed into the running rail, and she was probably 4 or 5 lengths beyond the second last horse at one stage, and then tracked up and got into a heap of traffic top of the straight and had to be pulled right out wide, and then worked to the line really solid. She only missed running a place by half a length or so, she's certainly a horse worthwhile following, but not really sure what's going on there. We might just give her a little jump out here at the farm to make sure she's not going to do that again. But anyway, a couple of trialers we had through the week, also a couple of first starters, a horse called Gallant I Am. He's only a 2-year-old, and he'll step out in the next week over 1200 metres. He'll jump out, he'll sit off the speed, and he'll work home really strong. I really like him. I think he's got a big future, the horse, and a nice sound little 2-year-old that's sort of come a long way. He's still not really straw in the coat yet, so a lot of improvement in him, but whether we just give him 1 or 2 runs perhaps, then tip him out and bring him back for the spring. And a horse called Moot. Bit of an odd sort of name, but he's had a big foot injury, and we've been very kind to him and just sort of slowly eased his way into his fitness, and he's really coming along good now. He's trialled up good the other day, and he's now ready to go the races as well. Yeah, runners this week, we'll probably run Frothy either on Tuesday at Geelong or Friday at Geelong. Had a bit of gear on him and give him a trial, and nothing really worked with him, so I've just taken everything off him and just worked him without it, and it seems to have really worked. He had a bad back injury, that horse, and he just now hasn't seemed to be the same horse, but I've given him a couple of gallops with some painkillers in him, and he's got a bit of confidence back, and this morning's the first time I've really seen this horse let right down, which is really positive. So he'll go around either Tuesday, it's a 1000 metre race Tuesday, or 1100 metre race Friday at Geelong, so he'll go around either one of them, but I expect a massively improved run on his track work. A filly called Soya Pink, she's just had a little bit of time off, and we think she's 100% now, and she galloped up beautifully this morning, and she will head off to Geelong on Tuesday. And London Fog, he went good the other day, he just got beat a short half head, and goes to the 1900 on the synthetic. He worked up okay this morning. Horse, I think, maybe if anything, I think the 1900 sort of, you wouldn't want to be any shorter. I think he's really starting to look for a trip now, this horse. But his work was okay this morning, and if he pulls up good, he will go to Geelong on Tuesday. Yeah, pretty busy morning this morning in at the track. Ryan Maloney came in and galloped a few horses in at Geelong. Then we come home and still had quite a few to work here. A couple of horses of a bit of interest. A horse called Pardon the Spun. He's a beautiful, big, hard spun horse. He's hasn't had a start yet, but nice enough sort of horse. He's just started galloping now, so you can see here now his fitness is pretty good. Nice, big, strong, aggressive sort of horse. So he's probably only 2 or 3 weeks off a trial. Big high shap bloke called Aralka, he's up and going, and he's only a couple of weeks off a trial as well. Big aggressive sort of horse, and beautiful big long striding horse, and I've got no doubt he'll make the grade. And a little speedy filly who'll probably run at Geelong next week called Pixis. She won pretty impressively first up, then had a few another 2 starts where she's had probably a couple of excuses. She should step out next Friday at Geelong and be more than competitive. Work this morning was pretty slick.
Hi everyone, good to be back. Bit stiff last week, we'll make up for it this week. Anyway, straight to Flemington, race 1, number 13, Coolidge, first starter for Moody. Then race 8, number 5, Sabor A Triunfo from the OTI group. I think it'll win this week. And my real value bet this week is a 25 to 1 plus shot. Race 10, number 12, Just a Blur. Good luck, good punting, and we'll see you next week for sure.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we're going to have a couple of runners at Geelong on Tuesday, which should go pretty well, I think. And certainly next weekend we're going to have runners all over the joint, probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday next weekend. One really interesting runner will be Kawabata. We took her to Caulfield on Saturday and she went great and got to the line, you know, really, really strong. And she will now go to the South Australian Fillies Classic next Saturday at Morfettville. Mile and a half should suit her down to the ground. She's an absolute mile and a half horse, and this is the race she's been set for her whole prep. She worked beautifully this morning. Ryan Maloney come in and give her a bit of a spin around Geelong racecourse, and she was great. So she's all ready to rock and roll. And a couple of other horses, certainly a couple of first starters that are worthwhile keeping a bit of an eye on. A couple of my mates have reckon they're a bit of comedians, and they reckon we should lighten the video up. So every week now we're going to tell a joke, and every Friday, maybe a Friday's Funnies or something like that. But if you want to email in a joke or something like that you think people might laugh at, it's certainly worthwhile. And our best joke perhaps of the week, we'll give them an Emsley Lodge package where we're going to cap or a jacket or something like that. So this week's joke will be, apparently Randwick has put in lesbian toilets. They're called gay water houses. Come on, that's funny. You reckon that's funny? That's got to be funny. You don't like it? You're kidding. See you next week.
In the VRC St Ledger, horse called All I Survey, which is trained by Pat Carey, and that tractor is really annoying me. Now my best each way is in race 10, number... don't have it. On Saturday we're going to head to Caulfield, where... G'day everybody. Saturday we're off to Flemington. That's good, isn't it? Good, there you go.